Well, the issue is that cost of production has inflated massively, driven primarily by the cost of direct labour. Over half of the production cost of a punnet of strawberries is hourly paid labour. And inevitably, the cost of hourly paid labour has increased substantially over the last 4 or 5 years. So growers' costs have increased by around 30% over 3 years, which is a massive increase in the cost.
I'm going to be really obvious here and say 1 and 1 equals 2. This is the fault of Brexit, yeah?
This is actually not the fault of Brexit, I have to say. This is purely the cost of labour. We know that people have to be paid more every year. The cost of living has gone up substantially. So the living wage has increased. That's statutory. Growers pay that, and they also pay piecework incentives over and above that base rate. So that's an inevitable factor, and it's not directly to do with Brexit at all, I'm afraid. It's a simple fact of life. Every area of business is suffering the same challenges, but most areas are able to put up their selling prices. We have really struggled as an industry so far.
Because the supermarkets aren't allowing you to sell your product for more?
98% of British berries are sold by multiple retailers. Obviously, they're keen to reduce the impact of cost increases on their consumers. But selling prices of strawberries, for instance, have gone up, but the returns to growers to date haven't done. I'm pleased to say that because we are seeing contracting production, we are seeing growers now reporting they're unprofitable. Over 40% are saying that they haven't made a profit for 2 years. Production is starting to contract modestly. Supermarkets are engaging with this issue, but they really need to, because British berries are iconic, and you can't go and buy them somewhere else. You know, the old cure for everything from retailers was, well, if we can't produce it in the UK, we'll buy it somewhere else. But in the case of fresh berries, they can't do that, and it's a very big business for them. It's probably their biggest product in store in June, British strawberries. So, you know, why would you not look after those suppliers?
Yeah, so Nick, then what's the solution here? I mean, if there is a growing of demand, growing enough berries then to try and cover that demand as well, and yet not enough in terms of labour then as well, with the cost of that being very significant to why this is not happening. What's the actual solution here? Is it regulation? Is it greater investment? And where would that investment come from?
The answer actually is that it's about retailers engaging with growers and understanding what their cost challenges are and having a really open conversation. What we've seen over the years 2021 to 23 is retail selling prices of fresh berries have gone up, but growers generally have not seen a remotely fair share of that. So retailers actually have to make sure that their growers are financially sustainable if they're going to enjoy British berries and if their customers are going to enjoy them into the future.